Hi, I'm your worst nightmare. My name's Andrew Wong. I'm a cosplayer, and today I'm dressing up as Rambo. And I'm here to give you some tips on how to get lean and healthy. Now, one of the ways in which you can decrease your body fat percentage so as you can look good and also get that six-pack, which is very important, is what's called interval training. Do you know what interval training is? Well, I'll explain it to you. Some sports scientists did some research. They took person A, who rode a bicycle for 30 minutes straight at an easy pace on a regular basis, and they controlled their calorie intake. They took another person, person B. Now this person B also did cycling, except they only did about 10 minutes of bicycling using the method called interval training. And what that involves is the person sprints on their stationary bike as hard as they possibly can until they are completely exhausted. Then they cycle at a steady speed for about a minute until they catch their breath. And then they go all out, sprinting as fast as they can until they're completely worn out. And then they cycle for a minute to catch their breath. And they keep on doing this thing of like cycling till they're completely tired, and then having a 1 minute slow ride to catch their breath for 10 minutes. And what it was discovered was a person who does interval training for 10 minutes loses more calories and burns more body fat than the person who rode the cycle for only 30 minutes at a comfortable pace. And this is the reason why interval training is the fastest and best way to lose body fat and burn calories in a short amount of time. Your body, when you exercises two ways: aerobically and anaerobically. When you exercise aerobically, you're using oxygen. Take, for example, walking or jogging at a slow pace. That's aerobic. You're using oxygen, your muscles are burning energy. But what happens is when you're walking, believe it or not, you're actually burning fat because you're going at such a slow pace. Your body just burns fat because, it's a very steady form of energy. Now, aerobic activity is when you are sprinting like as fast as you can. And what happens is you're running, moving so fast, your body's saying like, "Hey dude, what are you doing? You're going so fast I can't use oxygen to burn energy." So what happens is your muscles use the oxygen that's already in your blood, and because you're going so fast, it needs a more efficient form of energy, which is sugar. When you are running or cycling, rowing as fast as you can, that your body can't keep up, it needs to burn the most efficient form of energy, which is sugar carbohydrates in your blood. Whereas with walking, which is an aerobic activity, your body's going slow enough that you can use oxygen, and you burn the least efficient form of energy, which is body fat. So that's why interval training is so good. You're combining sprinting and then a slow pace to recover. So when you're sprinting, you're using anaerobic activity to burn sugar. When you're walking to recover, then you're using the least efficient energy, which is fat. So interval training, you can do on a bike, and you can also do it by, like, for example, you sprint as hard as you can until you're tired, you can't take it anymore. Then you walk at a slow pace, catch your breath back. And if you do that for 10 to 15 minutes on a regular basis, it is more efficient than, say, a guy that or a girl that say jogs for 30 to 1 hour, because you're going at a slow pace. Infiltrating, the best way to burn fat and sugar. So this is Rambo. I'm your worst nightmare.